We gon' go live, yeah. We gon' go live, we gon' go live, yeah. Get loose. Yeah. Off a Henny rock and a hand glue.
I think you should push this time.
Yeah. Oh, she did in my swimming pool.
Stack on the deck.
Going dead friends in my living room. Yeah. Taking shots till the bulletproof.
Alright.
Flip my road, tell my bitch, let's go smoke.
Yes, sir. Let's do
Yes,
this
sir.
thing.
Yes, sir.
Let's do this thing.
Hello, you're watching Can't Argue With That with Alfonso.
And Ryan.
All right, and we're going to start off the topic with a personal favorite topic of mine. We're going to talk about the Cowboys, but more specifically...
What? We're talking about the Cowboys?
Yes,
Why
sir.
would we be... Oh, okay. I get it. We all bought the Cowboys all the time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, what I have to tell you is that we're going to talk about Zeke Elliott and the suspension, upcoming suspension, or, you know, the recently laid suspension, whatever you want to say.
Right.
But he was recently suspended for 6 games.
6 games?
Because of domestic violence. Or because of, we don't know what, because he's done a lot of stuff. He's been in arguably 2 bar fights.
He's
been going 100 miles an hour.
No chill factor.
On
That's
the
the bottom line.
interstate, or
No
over
chill.
100 miles an hour on the interstate, and he exposed the girl's breast on a cruise ship or something like that.
It was the St. Patrick's Day Festival.
Yeah. So he's got a lot of stuff going on outside of domestic violence, but we just want to talk about whether or not it has a possibility of being overturned. And I want to start off. I want to see what you think about this.
So my thoughts on this are, or to answer your question, do I think it'll be overturned? Do I see him serving less than 6 games? I don't.
No.
I'm not seeing a plausible way in which that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
But most importantly, the reason why I don't see it is because while all of us are talking about whether Zeke should serve the 6 games, should be more, should be less, how about the fact that Zeke Elliott has yet to come out and say that he didn't actually do it, he didn't hit her, never hit her, would never hit a woman, put hands on a woman.
And check this out. Like,
He has
honestly,
to come out and say that.
I was actually scouring the internet trying to find some interview from Zeke. The most recent interview I could find was from last season, during the season. You never know, at the Pro Bowl. That's the last evidence I can see of him even speaking. Like, I mean, he hasn't even gone on record. I'm thinking that his lawyers or Jerry Jones or a combination of the two don't want him to speak. But if your lawyers or a combination of the two don't want you to speak, then that's a bad indicator right there.
I would like to think if you're falsely accused of something that you didn't do, I didn't do, if anyone didn't do, I would come out the first words out of my mouth and be like, I didn't do this crime.
Exactly.
Whatever it is that you accuse me of doing, that's the first words out of my mouth to say that I didn't do it.
And my friend here says that it was too late he said it's too late since like maybe 2 weeks ago for Zeke to come out on record. But I feel as if he can come out on record right now.
Oh yes,
and
yes.
say, hey,
I do agree.
Hey,
it's
guys,
never a wrong time to say that you didn't do it.
I don't
it's
want
late,
to
but you can say it.
Say I'm not talking to you, trying to get this suspension reduced or whatever. You know what I mean? But however, I just want to clear my name of what the NFL has accused me of. I did not hit that woman. I did not put those marks on that woman, and I never hit women or say something like that. But he hasn't said it, so therefore it's not true. So my premise on Zeke, initially I believed him because I was like, man, this girl is just a gold digger. Like, because honestly, you know, there's text messages about her and another guy selling the sex tape, and there's all kind of text messages, but those text messages actually are ammunition for Zeke to hit her, to be real with you. Like, when I read those text messages, I was just clenching my fist. I was like, no, really? Are you serious?
My thoughts on this is that what Zeke is trying to do, or his attorney is trying to do, is to discredit this young lady.
Or you could just
my issue with this, or telling the truth would be a great option, or saying that you didn't do it.
Simple. Yeah.
But my issue,
the other party,
is that
get your stuff right, get your yard right.
My issue is that in the NFL's letter to Zeke Elliott, they highlighted 3 specific dates during a 5-day period in which they outlined that Zeke hit this girl. And everything I'm hearing about Zeke trying to discredit this witness happens after these.
With all due respect, it's the
set dates.
NFLPA predominantly. It's NFL because everything I'm hearing that discredits her is from the NFLPA. That's what they're saying. You know what I mean? Like
Either way, I'm just whoever's doing it. I'm saying Zeke needs to attack each one of these dates that the NFL has laid out. That's what I'm getting at.
Exactly.
Point out the fact that on the first date that you weren't with her, that you were with a group of people, that the time frame is not correct. Like that's how you win over, or that's how you get the case dropped. Like that's what you got to do.
Exactly.
You want your games reduced. That's the sort of thing you got to do.
Very true.
Because while she might be out there saying that she wants the $10,000 on this
porno flick,
on this date or whatever, or the time when she asked her girlfriend to lie, saying that she saw her get hit by Zeke. The problem with that incident is that incident would have been the fourth incident that took place after the first three incidents.
Yeah, so basically Zeke has hit her, but he didn't hit her on those dates.
Right. So you're saying she made up the fourth or fifth one, whichever time it was. But what about these first three?
I had a woman beater, but I didn't beat her that time.
Right. So these are the sorts of issues, those sort of things that I have a problem with him.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, no matter what, I feel as if even if he wasn't actually guilty for these domestic violence charges. It's like you've done so many other things that is not in the best interest of the NFL. So it doesn't make the NFL look good, and the NFL does have an image problem. Being real,
I personally think he got suspended for 6 games
because all other stuff.
He has no chill.
Exactly.
Because keep in mind the dates of these
accusations.
Yes. Thank you. When this was going on or whatever, this was in July of 2016. So this was prior to the start of last season.
Yeah.
So NFL had a chance then to do something about it, but they're like, you know what?
We're gonna wait.
Rookie Cowboys,
we're gonna let you hang yourself.
We'll give him a chance.
We're gonna let him hang himself. That's what they did.
Since then, he's had no chill, and it's just sort of like we have rules, and you're not abiding by any of our rules. Like you keep no. So
but one thing about it is I want you to tell me, because this is peculiar. Why isn't Roger Goodell the judge, jury, and executioner at the hearings? That's paramount that he's at the hearings. Why isn't he at the hearings? So can you explain that to me? Because I'm not figuring it out.
He's appointed someone else to hear these cases.
So the brunt isn't on him. Is that correct? So he'd be like, they did that. I mean, I feel them. I'm with them, but they did that. Is that what it is?
The interesting thing about him not being there, though, is that it's very strange. And this is why the players gave him way too much power, but this is the power that they gave him.
Yeah.
So to get this straight, he has the right to not be present at these cases, but he gets to say the final outcome, though.
Yeah.
Someone else hears Zeke's appeal, and he's like, "You're suspended for 6 games."
Yeah.
So he don't have to be there, and that's the power. Nothing you can do about it right now, because these are the powers that y'all gave him.
But honestly, I think really strongly that Roger Goodell is barking up the tree of getting a severance check, because I don't think that he'll be employed by the NFL for long. He's not going to take their $33 million again next year. I really think that. I think that he's going to...
You say that, but at the same token, I'm not sticking up. I'm just saying I think his job is really hard.
I mean, no. I'm not saying it's not hard, but I just don't understand like how you can miss so bad on these. And honestly, I'm not saying he's necessarily going to miss, because I think Zeke did do it as well as he did these other things. So I don't have a problem with this suspension, to be real with you, as well as we got backup running backs anyway. So we don't have to worry about that at all. But however, and we have a great offensive line, as you know, it's been reiterated over and over on this show and others. But I don't have a problem. I don't have any negative expectations about this season regarding this suspension. But I do have negative expectations about Roger Goodell's job, how he handled the Ray Rice, how he handled the Greg Hardy, and how he's handled the Zeke. Maybe he's handling the Zeke correctly, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I highly doubt it too.
Yes, sir.
I think this is just a can of worms that the league continues to put itself. The league continues to put itself in these situations of which they trying to do things that I guess several different law enforcements can do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, they have a hard enough time with their own policies and procedures trying to bring these cases to courts, and now the league is trying to do it by hiring their own private investigators and doing all this other stuff when they need to be focusing on, I think they need to be focusing on sports.
Exactly.
But that's me personally.
Exactly.
I don't really know.
Or maybe they should be focusing on maybe slave auctions.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't put out a statement on that one.
Yeah.
But it's.
I mean, that's not NFL. That's ESPN. So my apology for misconstruing the NFL with ESPN because that's not right. Excuse me. So yeah. But So do we have any callers that would like to say anything about this Zeke situation? We have. My phone number is 843-330-5980. We have about 3-5 more minutes on the show. His number is
843-442-1209.
All right. 843-330-5980. Give us a call if you'd like to speak about the Zeke, speak about Roger Goodell, speak about anything regarding anything, or you can just go ahead and
change
the subject altogether.
Any other topic that we've hit on previously?
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir.
sir. We have about 1 more minute to give us a call. If not, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for this evening, and hopefully we'll be getting some great highlights this week, and we'll see y'all next week. But 843-330-5980 or
843-442-1209.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Go ahead and turn up that music in the meantime, man.
I'm so hot, yeah, I'm so right now.
So,
Who's not gay, bitch? Let me find out. Keep hearing clicks when I'm talking on the iPhone.
So you don't think Roger Goodell's gonna get fired?
Fans in the city hate to see us on the
I
iPhone.
don't exactly know how
it works.
And be careful in this amazing
Can't get
that
no boo, but you can't get
people
my
always
phone.
want someone fired, but
Got
you
no
have
mention, cause I don't do condo.
the old adage,
Got to do
devil
Maybach,
you know is better than the devil that you don't know.
Very true. Very true. You know he's gonna mess up.
So
we expected this. We expected this, didn't we? We expected this exact same thing to happen.
But look at what the thing he's getting wrong.
But listen though, with the Ray Rice thing, they let that go, and then they came down, and then this situation is a makeup call. This is literally a makeup call because they missed the.
Is what he's getting wrong. What's the next commitment he's getting wrong?
Real.
Like real. This one issue, like, I'm pretty happy with what he's been doing wrong.
Yeah, but this is a makeup call. This is a makeup call. This is, I mean, yeah, Zeke is his past is, or his recent past is dirty, but however, I don't know. I think this is a makeup call. This is a makeup call because they missed the obvious foul on Steph Curry because the guy knocked his wrist obviously and his elbow was all flared out and he fell and the ref didn't call it. Hence Ray Rice, Greg Hardy. And then the next time he comes down and they call a foul when the guy doesn't even touch him. This is that situation. This is a makeup call. This is an epitome of a makeup call, and Zeke's giving them the right to make a makeup call because he hasn't kept his nose clean. So that's just what it is. But yeah. But anything else to say about Zeke? I mean, I really want to close this out because I don't want to talk about Zeke anymore because he's not going to be on our team for the first at least 3 to 6 games, and that's what it is.
All right, man. Well, it's been fun.
All right. So my name's Alfonso.
And I'm Ryan.
And you can't argue with that.
You better argue with that.
Or can you?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.